Well, look at you. You clicked on the link. You know what this is. This is News with the Animal, being brought to you by Wasted Attention Podcast. Thank you for listening to us on a weekly basis, and also thank you for just being you, you know? You look really pretty today. I don't know if anybody has told you that, but I just did. Today is going to be a little bit of a different kind of an episode. I am pretty much going Han Solo here. Had some scheduling conflicts with the rest of the boys, so I thought I would just keep this gravy train rolling. I'm just keeping you updated on some light little news, you know. It's kind of like a light appetizer, or apps, as some people call it. You know, today you're not going to get the full potato skins combo where they give you like the sour cream and the cheddar and the onions and stuff. Like, I'm just going to give it to you with like, here's just like a little dab of cheese, you know. Maybe some ketchup. But, you know, that's the thing, though, is that they don't really do potato skins like they did like 20 years ago. Like, that was the rage. Like, everybody had to have them. Now they're pretty much non-existent. For those of you who are old as shit like me, if you remember, Bennigan's used to do the potato skins, and they even, you know, spelled them with a Z to kind of make it a little bit more fun. But, you know, things don't happen like that anymore. Now it's all about the light stuff and the tempura, green beans, and such. Anyways, before we get a little bit sidetracked here, let's give you some news here. Tool's Fear Inoculum will be out this Friday, August 30th. It will be available for physical copies to purchase if you can find one anywhere. And like most of us are going to do, we're going to be streaming that stuff on all the major streaming services. What I thought was interesting was on the actual website for Tool, when you go on there and you try and click any CD packages, they're all sold out. We're talking the regular edition, the deluxe edition, even the special edition that has a trifold soft pack, a 4-inch HD rechargeable screen that shows you exclusive footage, a cable to charge that bad boy, a 2-watt speaker, a 36-page booklet, and a link for an MP3 download, which is actually 10 minutes longer than the actual album. The last couple of weeks we were talking, we had seen an interview with the guitar player from Tool, and he said that it was going to be about 70 minutes. So, I mean, I don't know where you're going to pull those extra 10 minutes from, but it'd be crazy to hear. I'm sure it will all end up online, you know, everything does anyway. So be looking for that on Friday, August 30th. This past week, King Diamond announced a cross-country tour with Uncle Acid. They are coming to Chicago on Monday, November 18th. If you are looking to shell out a little over $449, you can meet King Diamond. You can get a bunch of exclusive merch. You can watch 3 songs from the side of the stage. And I think you get like a laminate and some like special edition scarf. That price is not official. That is according to Ticketfly. I don't know what the applicable fees are after you purchase that, but I don't even think you're going to be able to purchase it because I was scrolling through King Diamond's website, and most of those ultimate VIP ones are all sold out. So that is absolutely insane. More power to you if you can shell out that kind of money. Interesting article submission by one of our beloved listeners, Hector. There was a band by the name of Ancient Burials that played this last week. They were playing inside of a bar, okay? But 2 guitar players weren't. One, because he was not of age. The other one was just, you know, to be out there with them. So long story short, the guitar player from Ancient Burials was not old enough to be playing in the bar, and due to the state's regulation, they weren't even allowed to have like an X on their hand to get in to play. They had to actually be outside. So one of the bands that was playing on that show by the name of Paradigm Shift gave them some wireless equipment. The 2 guitar players were outside on the street, headbanging, playing along. Behind them was like a little window where the drummer was, so they were trying to keep time through there. In the video, the guitar player made a joke like, "I can't hear anything." It was cool to see. I don't know. It's better than not being able to play. I thought that was interesting. This is kind of weird. Like, I don't get any like rebuttal or really any feedback from, you know, my partners. Like, JD's not here, Ivan's not here, Red's not here. So I could just kind of like pretend to make, you know, responses from them. What'd you think about that cool little article submission there from Hector, JD? Yeah, that's cool. That's something. What about you, Ivan? That's awesome. What about you, Red? That's cool, man. Let's go for a ride on my bike. It's been a busy month for us in concert coverage. JD, Ivan, and Red covered Slipknot, Gojira, Behemoth, and Volbeat. That was at Hollywood Casino Amphitheater about 2 weeks ago. They were out in the lawn, enjoyed it. The feedback that I got was Volbeat was turned way the fuck up. Slipknot actually was not as loud as Volbeat was, which is interesting because of Volbeat being a co-headliner, being louder than the headliner. Interesting. Gojira tore the house down as always, and Behemoth was an awesome opener. Obviously, visually fantastic as they always are. I love my boys in Behemoth. I think it's super awesome that they're getting more and more exposure. It just must be super weird to see them in an outdoor setting, with the sun out, Seen them a couple times indoors. Absolutely fantastic. Myself and JD covered Korn and Alice in Chains also at Hollywood Casino Amphitheater about a week ago. That was pretty cool to see, man. Alice in Chains sounded absolutely fantastic. There's a lot of rumors going around right now that the band is going to be taking some time off for a little bit coming up here soon. So it was really cool to see how things were going with them. They sounded absolutely clean and fantastic. I have not one complaint about their set list. A lot of people stuck around for them, man. It was really cool to see. I was surrounded by a lot of intoxicated people that kept on saying that they miss Lance. I'm assuming they meant Lane Staley, but alcohol does a lot of stupid stuff to you. Korn sounded pretty good. I really was in love with Korn for a very, very large amount of time. Still respect the hell out of those guys. It's just really not so much my scene anymore. It was super awesome to hear them. They sounded super clean and crisp. They all looked fantastic. They opened with Here to Stay, and that is just an amazing song to get the adrenaline pumping there, man. They had the whole curtain drop and all that stuff, too. That was pretty sweet. Let's see, what else did we cover? About a week and a half ago, myself and Coop covered King 810 and A Virtue. That was over at the Hobart Art Theater. That was a fun time, man. King 810 is always a very theatrical performance, very intense. Seeing all of the dedicated followers that come and travel to these shows from around the area is just fantastic. The pit action was absolutely insane, but let me tell you, man, anytime anybody fell, everybody was there to pick them up. It is a big family. When they say that King 810 has a family, that is so true. A lot of cool people just shooting the shit, talking after the show. Good vibes, man. The band of Virtue, I have never seen or heard of them before. They were absolutely fantastic. They sounded great. I ended up checking them out over on Spotify. I really like it. It's kind of hard to explain. They got a nice heavy vibe, but they also have that radio-friendly appeal, and I hate to say that. I know that the guys would be looking at me right now talking about that, but it's true, man. It's got a good selling point. They've been around for about a good 10 years, probably even longer. I'm just talking about, album-wise. We'll definitely have to reach out to them, see if we can get them on the show. Killswitch Engage's latest album, Atonement, is now out. You can check that out on streaming. Also, I know at Target they had a sale where you can buy the actual physical copy for under $10. So if you can do that and support the physical copy, that is awesome. You can be expecting a review of that from us. Also, Slipknot's latest album, We Are Not Your Kind, is out. Is absolutely crushing all of the Billboard records right now. Actually knocked off Ed Sheeran this week. We'll see how long that will take to get back to that, or are they going to be fighting, for the one and, second spot? Who knows? Just like the Cubs and the Cardinals are doing right now, it's enough to just make me absolutely sweaty because, we're getting close near to September, and things can absolutely either take a shit or actually get really, really interesting. So baseball has not been my most favorite thing of the summer, but I'm still supporting my boys in blue and red on the north side. I'm looking at Red right now because he's not here, but I'm imagining he is, and he's giving me that stupid fucking look that he always does because he doesn't like the Cubs, so whatever, Red. Some exciting news out of D23 this weekend, which is the Disney conference. They have confirmed that Obi-Wan Kenobi's little spin-off series will begin shooting in 2020 with Ian McGregor. He will be obviously starring as Obi-Wan Kenobi. I don't even know how you say that, Kenobi. Jesus Christ, what am I doing here? Where is my support? Obviously, it's been rumored that they were going to be, coming up with a series like this. Now it is confirmed, so we are good to go. It is reported that it will start shooting, like I said, in 2020. Also, according to the rumors going around here, Star Wars future film installments are being held off until 2021, which I'm not really too sure how I feel about that. I guess we will see after this final little Star Wars coming out here in December. Very interesting podcast. It's called Brutally Speaking. They recently had on Howard Jones this past week, and he was talking about a possible future with Blood Has Been Shed. There is no confirmation on anything. It is all hearsay. You should go over to Brutally Speaking and check that out for yourself and see what kind of vibes you get on that. On the Ever Black podcast, they recently had on Gene Holigan, where he was talking all news about Adult Swim and Death Clock. Death Clock will be performing at a comedy festival that Adult Swim is hosting in November. This will be the first show that Death Clock has played in more than 5 years. Who knows? It may be a little precursor to some awesome future events. We'll see. Obviously, there was a lot of bad blood left between Adult Swim and Death Clock near the end there. If you're not familiar with it, you should take a look online. I also remember that there was a specific bump that Adult Swim was doing where they had you fax in a actual written request to have on Metalocalypse, and then they showed in a bump everybody's faxes going through, but all the faxes were falling into a garbage can. It played with my emotions and hurt me greatly, but I fucking respect that dark comedy. What I wanted to leave you guys with was an awesome story from Metal Sucks this week. Terror played a show at a venue called Trees in Dallas that was on August 17th, where there was a little bit of an incident with a potential stage diver. Scott Vogel, the vocalist for Terror, was calling for people to come up and crowd surf, as he always does at his shows. A security guard allegedly held back one of the potential stage divers and slammed him down onto the ground as he tried jumping up onto the stage. There is a video on Metal Sucks if you want to check it out for yourself. It did look a little bit rough to me, but then again, you never know with angles and everything, but at the same point, we're all not stupid, and a video shows itself. Scott got very upset. He ended up having the band stop the song that they were playing and basically told them that you can't do that to people. He kicked out the little security guard. He's not little. He was a really, really big dude. Kicked him out for the rest of the set. Don't know how the concert goer is doing right now. Wish that he's okay. Obviously, we don't know anything, if there's any injuries or anything like that as of the moment. But, it's one thing when there are strict regulations about a person jumping up on the stage and stage diving, if they're not allowed to by the band's request. But if you have the band telling you to do it, you would think that you would just kind of let it go. Obviously, these security guards are kind of put between a rock and a hard place because they're trying to protect the band from any potential threats, also just keeping people safe. From what I could see in this video, the dude was just doing what everybody else was doing and just got in front of the security guard, and he just wouldn't let him up there and slammed him down. As of this time, like I said, there is no update on that concert goer, and I don't believe there are any interviews with that actual security guard. Who knows, man? You just want everybody to be safe out there. These shows can get a little rowdy. Obviously, we don't want anything happening like what happened to the gentleman at the Lamb of God show overseas. That was absolutely terrible. You just got to stay safe and take care of each other out there, man. Thanks again for listening to News with the Animal this week. I will have more of my friends with me, the next time, so you don't have to be all weird with me one-on-one. Just imagine like we went out like on a really, really bad date, and now I'm dropping you off. You're not really sure if you're going to want to do this again with me, but at least you got something out of it, but not, the whole shebang. I love you. Thank you very much for listening. This is Animal with Wasted Attention Podcast. This is News with the Animal. Any submissions, complaints, I don't know, anything with cum in it, we like that too, obviously if you listen to the show. Check us out, Wasted Attention, just Google us, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that fun stuff. If you want to email us, it is wastedattention@gmail.com. Take care, guys. Bye.